Hello there, my friends. If you live in the northern hemisphere and you look at the calendar, you see we've been in the spring for 3 weeks now, but I don't know about where you live, the place where you live, but here it's been rather cold and overcast for the last week, so we've been sort of back in the winter, and we haven't enjoyed any sunshine for days on end. So much for sunny Spain. And in this kind of weather, I wanted to make a recipe today that's warm and hearty and can put all kinds of weather right. And I'm going to use the most humble of vegetables. I'm going to make a recipe with potatoes, okay? I think I made another recipe some time ago with potatoes and cuttlefish. Potatoes go well with everything. They combine well and they provide the carbohydrates that we need, as long as you get the right kind of potato, good quality potato. And today I'm showing you a recipe that is super simple and nutritious, and I'm going to call it the Rioja potatoes because I'll explain the name. Rioja is the name of a northern region in Spain, which is worldwide famous for its wines, particularly red wines, the Rioja wines, famous all over the world. But in Rioja, or La Rioja, as we call it in Spanish, they also grow excellent vegetables, and they do also dry meats, which are quite popular. The potatoes today, then, the Rioja potatoes, are basically potatoes that are going to be in a stew, cooked with chorizo, which you may have seen in my recipes before, is the kind of slightly spicy red sausage that we use in Spain. It's made with pork meat and paprika, basically, and other spices. We'll be using a bit of green pepper. One will be enough. Okay, I'm cooking the recipe for 3 or 4 people maximum. I've got 2 pounds, or this is less than 2 pounds, but usually 2 pounds of good quality potatoes. These are organic, not big, they're small. Obviously, if you're cooking a potato dish, the quality of the potatoes that you buy is paramount, okay? So paramount importance. As well as the potatoes and the chorizo, the sausage, and the pepper, 2 more things. We'll be using a bit of stock, like, a 1/4 of a pint is more than enough to cook the potatoes in, and the final touch of paprika as well, the Spanish paprika, the pimentón. Here is my ever-present bottle of extra virgin olive oil, okay? And how are we going to prepare this simple dish with potatoes? We're going to use a regular saucepan, okay? I've got a cast iron saucepan that I use for everything here. It's also non-stick. And this is going to be ready in no time. And you will see it's going to be so tasty and nutritionally balanced. So I think we're all set up. So first we'll be cutting up the potatoes, and I'm going to do it irregularly, like my mother taught me to do. She insisted that we chunk off the potatoes like this, and I don't know about the physics of it, but there must be something into it, because good cooks and chefs also tell you to do it, so that I think the idea is that the potatoes are more juicy later when they cook. You can see that they make a noise, when you chunk them off. So we got the cut up potatoes. I'm going to peel the red sausage, although it's natural skin on it, but I'm going to remove it. Okay. And all we need to do is we'll be making it into thin slices. All right. Always have a good, well sharpened knife in your kitchen. It makes things so much easier for you, and it avoids accidents in the kitchen as well. So basically that's all we're going to need. The potato, don't forget, we are saving this later. And I have a few pepper grains here, grains of pepper, black pepper. Okay, so okay, I think we're ready. This recipe is super simple. It's all gonna go together. Okay, so first we've got the pepper and the chorizo. Okay. We pour in the here. And again, we keep stirring with the olive oil for about a minute or two. We need to add a bit of salt, the grains of pepper, like about a dozen or so. You can begin to hear the music of the cooking. I'm lowering the heat now. Okay. We're ready to add the 1/4 of a pint of stock. Any kind of stock is good for this recipe. I tend to use either chicken stock or vegetable stock, like the one I've got today, because I saved it from the veggies that we ate yesterday. Okay, so stir in the stock, and now the magic, the Spanish paprika, delicious. This I'm using the sweet variety, dulce. We have another hot variety, the spicy variety, which is very good for different dishes. But I'm using the sweet variety today. And just with a knife is okay, you know, to show you the quantity. Okay. Right. And just a bit more. This is basically it. And now we need to put the lid on, lower the heat, and the idea is for the potatoes to cook together with the red sausage, the chorizo, and the paprika and the pepper, and all the flavors are going to blend together. Depending on the variety of potato, is going to take like 1/4 of an hour, 20 minutes, depending on how hard the potatoes are. Okay, and that's it. It's such a simple recipe. So while the potatoes cook, you know what I like to do. I'm going to show you a bit of landscape around here in, you know, the short videos that I record with my mobile, because I want to share the place that I live in. I want to share it with you, and I want you to become familiar with this very unknown part of Spain. So we'll meet you there. The afternoon is very still. It has the stillness of cold. And I'm looking at that rock formation there. You know what the name is? We call it the Seven Monks Rock Formation. I honestly can't count them, but perhaps you can. Can you see the 7 monks there? These are beautiful rugged mountains around here. I've been on one of my late autumn walks today. It's rather chilly out here, but look at the summit of Wara, over 7,000 feet there. And the first snow has fallen, second week in December. I think that's a good sign. And the small reservoir here. 20 minutes walk from home. The wonder of nature. I'm so happy here. Did you take a look at the rugged mountains I showed you? Those are short takes that I make on my winter walks around here. Because I live in the country and I'm so proud of the landscape around here with the mountains and the peaks and the fog in the winter. So I hope you liked it. And our Rioja potatoes have been cooking for 20 minutes and I bet they are ready to go on the table. So, ooh, like always, the smell. Okay, so you can see, I want to show you the pan. They've become soft and creamy, okay? And the red color, of course, is on account of the chorizo and the paprika. There we are. This is what we call a spoon dish, because we need to be eating it with a spoon. And I love my spoon dishes. Okay, so there we are. A good portion for lunch. All right. And I maybe forgot to say what a tasty but affordable dish this is, because potatoes are affordable, the sausage is also affordable, and you've got all the nutrients that you need. Buen provecho!